Good morning and welcome back to another Slay the Spire stream. I'm your host, Vegetable Bread. Today I'm going to be continuing the Infinite Ladder, climbing on up. We beat the heart with Ironclad on Ascension 1 last time, so that got us 2 points. We need 4 points to go up to the next Ascension, so we're going to try with Silent now. If we either get a non-heart win, then we get 3 points and continue on Defect on Ascension 1. If we get a heart win, then we go Defect on Ascension 2. Off we go. Okay. Random common relic. Lose all gold for remove 2 cards or upgrade a card. I'm on such a low ascension level, I think remove 2 cards might be appropriate. Since, like, for example, Gremlin Knob is going to be a little bit less challenging on this Ascension. He only hits for like 18 or something instead of 24. He can still definitely kill a Silent easily. So I like this Fire Elite Fire bit of the path, but if we do that we can only get 2 elites. But I don't think we should plan on getting 3 elites, because this path seems pretty ambitious. Especially like here, we have to do an elite and then a fight, and then commit to 2 more elites in a row. I doubt we're going to want to do that. Unfortunately, it's hard to get here without doing either less than or more than 3 fights. So I think we just go through one of these question mark routes and hope that one of these question marks is a fight. So we got our 3 fights from the easy pool, do a fire, get an elite. Okay, so what are we doing before we get there? Well, we could upgrade our neutralize. That's pretty reasonable. Get a common relic, remove 2 cards, or trade for a boss relic. I think trading for a boss relic is reasonable. I think these are actually all reasonable currently. I do like trading out for a random common relic quite a bit. Common relics are quite a bit less like build-aroundy than like boss relics, for example. Because like if we trade out for a boss relic and get like Snecko Eye right now, then it's like great, pick all the 2-cost stuff, right? Pick the Poisonous Cloud and the Dash and the X-cost stuff. Whereas if we get a common relic and it's like Vajra, it's like, okay, we just do a little bit more damage. But I think it's fine to pick a common relic here. It's guaranteed to help us, and we could use the help. Alright, Bond Scales. Not super helpful. Our boss is a Slime Boss, which is probably the least helpful boss to have Bond Scales against. Alright, we got lucky here. Both not attacking and less than 12 health, or 12 or fewer health on the front slime, so that's very nice. We can either take 2, or we can block out. I think we'll just block out. I think we can probably take 0 in this fight, especially given that he's taking damage from here. Yeah, we should be able to draw lethal next turn. Excellent. Okay, perfect first floor. I like it. We have Bronze Scales. It doesn't tell us much about this card pick. Probably took Poison Stab over Blade Dance. We don't know if we're going for a Heart Kill necessarily this run, but Blade Dance is a little bit of a liability if we are. And Poison Stab is one of the highest damage commons in the game. So we'll grab Poison Stab. Yeah, we'll go ahead and fight the light. It's a lot cheaper on lower ascensions, and we're going to struggle to power up because we might be missing out on a hallway fight here. We're also at full health, so... Okay, Defense Survivor should help us retain some health. We could go through 4 fights and then have this be a hard pool fight. I don't love that. Yeah, we already got an attack common, so we don't super need 4 fights. I think I will do it, though. If we get really hurt here, we can just go to the shop instead of the hard pool fight. Okay, we can block out, do a little bit of damage. Set up our poison. Unfortunately, Survivor gets drawn on the wrong turn there. I guess that strike didn't do anything, but whatever. We probably have lethal. Let's see. Dude, great. Okay. There's a bouncing flask or dash. Wow. Really good options here. We do already have a little bit of poison, so the bouncing flask has something to combo off with. But dash is usually quite a bit better for Act 1. Both are obviously really good. Bouncing flask does more damage overall. Dash is better against both the elites and the boss and hallway fights. But bouncing flask is better in like Act 3. I think we'll take the dash. We need the early advantage as a silent to maintain our health total. Okay, we get to block out and break both. And neutralize those nothing. Alright, dash kills one, strike kills the other. Seems good. There's a second poison stab. We should probably pick that. Alright, so that puts us in pretty good shape. I think we can take the last hallway fight. If we get hurt, we still have a fire before the elite, so we're okay. Getting robbed. We get to block out and develop a bunch of poison this turn, so it seems good to me. Seems like we're in good shape. Dash does a bunch of damage and blocks out. And that's the fight. Okay, potion. We could take Bane. Fourth damage card is not like required before the first elite. And Bane can get drawn before either of the poison stabs, which would be unfortunate. We do have 2 poison stabs, so it's pretty unlikely. Maybe we are taking the 3 elite route, because I feel pretty strong right now. We could at least give it a shot, and if we don't like it, we can go to this fire. We are skipping a fire for that opportunity, though. Trading a fire for a hallway fight. To go this way instead of this way. I mean, hallway fights aren't bad things, right? You get cards. And we get the opportunity to triple elite in Act 1. I don't think we're going to do it, though. There's no way we lose. Like, if we lose 0 health in this fight, and 0 health in this fight, then we do it. But we're going to lose, like, at least 10. Then we're at 46, and we lose, you know, 5 here or something. And if we're at 41, there's no way we're taking this route. So I think we'll just take the safer route. Even though we feel strong enough to fight this elite for certain, and maybe one more. But we just get an extra campfire going to the right. Looks like we're smithing. Probably dash. Maybe poison stab. Poison stab gets quite a bit extra damage. It goes from 9 to 12 just on the first turn. And then on subsequent turns, it gets even better. It basically adds 4 damage overall. But dash blocks out, which is really important in the Gremlin Knob fight. Also, neutralize blocks out really well, which is important in Gremlin Knob and Lagavulin fights, although less useful in sentries. Same thing for poison stab, not that useful in sentries. The only upgrade that's really good in sentries is like an upgraded strike, weirdly, because like dash already blocks out 1 attack. But if you upgrade strike, you can start hitting some different breakpoints. Go ahead and upgrade neutralize. It blocks for a ton in Gremlin Knob and Lagavulin fights. Also, we have explosive pot for sentries. It is Lagavulin. I don't think we're going to get much of a better wake up than Poison Stab Dash, so we probably just start with that right now. We have Neutralize Plus for next turn, hopefully. We could skill pop, but we only have 5 to block for, so I think we won't. We'll wait until we can't block for a turn. Poison Stab Dash does a great job blocking here, doing damage. Only taking 3 damage this turn, so. We could skill potion and look for some poison stuff here, but I don't think I will. We can play at least one of these, And then 5 damage or 4 block. Probably the 5 damage in the skill pot. He's taking 5, then 4, then 3, which is 12 damage, so he's at 20 basically. So we have to do 4 strikes cumulatively. Yeah, let's see what's in here. Okay, well that's not useful. I guess we terror him, and then we hopefully set up lethal next turn. Yeah, okay. Regal Pillow is nice. Glad we decided to rest after the fight. There's a burst. We're already a little bit into poison, so taking burst is pretty reasonable here. It also just blocks for a lot. We get 36 health from the rest, but we can only heal for 31. So we could wait if there's another campfire. But we probably want to take this elite, and we're probably not going to get there unless we heal here. What would we upgrade if we were going to upgrade? So it can't be Lagavulin, so it's 50-50 for Sentries or Gremlin Knob. So we'd probably upgrade like Poison Stab or something. Yeah, that's not a great upgrade, especially against Sentries, so I think we'll just take the health. We're taking a question mark in a fight. Do we want to take the question mark before or after the fight? I think we'll take it after the fight so we know how much health we have left in case it asks us to spend health. Okay. Alright, we get to block out. And set one of them up to die. Alright, we probably don't want to kill him, because we don't want to be vulnerable. Just kidding, we're going to kill the other one. There's Noxious Fumes. Noxious Fumes seems good. It looks like we're doing poison stuff, which is not great against Slime Boss, but it is what it is. Pretty happy to remove a strike. Get some extra money kicking around. Gremlin Knob. Neutralize blocks next turn, which is great. Maybe we should have Poison Stab striked instead of dashing. We only needed to block for 4. I think I'll respect the strength up and just do damage. Maybe get lethal next turn. So we have 12, he's taking 6, so we'd need 10 from here. We can get 10 guaranteed, but let's look in the attack potion. Yeah, the explosive potion is really valuable, so let's look in the attack potion. Yeah, we got 10, okay. Okay, good Gremlin Knob fight. Whetstone's very nice. Do we take a Deadly Poison? We have a Burst, so probably. Okay. Ooh, those are great upgrades. Dash and Poison Stab. A little late for Golden Idol, but I think I'll still take it. Good morning, Star Animal. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Just continuing my, ooh, I love pizza. I'm on a bit of a diet at the moment, so I, got a pizza last week, and I had to stretch it out over, 4 days. I could barely do it. Ooh, you made your own mod. What is it? Looks like we can't dodge the 5 damage here. Oh wait, 7 plus 8, 15. 15 plus 3, yeah, not enough. 18. Okay, so he's taking 6 and then 7, so he's taking 13 from those. So I should probably go ahead and strike him. I do know how the damage and HP increases, yes. Let's just take max damage against Spike Slam here. Interesting. I have never played Endless, but it seems like most Endless decks are based around like some sort of abusive turn 1 combo. So it seems like those sorts of decks would fare very poorly if HP scales faster. Which maybe is the intention. Sounds fun. Backstab. I don't think we need more damage. We might need backstab for Act 2. What is the highest you've ever climbed in Endless mode? Finisher's definitely out, so is Sneaky Strike. It's really backstab or skip. Huh. Interesting. Oh my god. Time Eater with that much health is brutal. I feel like, you just end up with, like, because you end up, like, finding all the bottles, right? So you always end up doing something silly, right? So if people are going to have absurd amounts of HP, what's the silly thing you do on turn 1? If you're silent, it's probably like Bouncing Flask, Nightmare Burst or something. Or Nightmare Catalyst is one. Yeah, I like the tension that exists in Slay the Spire around powers, where it's like powers feel really good to play, but like they take time to set up. So if your deck revolves around powers, like you take chip damage in every hallway fight because you don't kill them fast enough. And then like even more pressure is on you to perform during boss fights. I think it's just skip here. What do the powers say? Powers have no opinion. If we backstab, we probably get less poison in before we split him. So I think we're not going to backstab. I think we're taking an upgrade on either Burst or Deadly Poison. Or maybe Noxious Fumes, huh? Yeah, I guess Noxious Fumes. Alright, and we might be using Ghost in a Jar on the big attack turn. Do we put some damage in, or do we just wait for poison? Yeah, I definitely want to try it out. So this is exactly our hand for next turn, and next turn's the big attack turn. So we're probably going to, like, neutralize, defend, Noxious Fumes, Deadly Poison. Which means we're blocking for 5. I don't know what he attacks for on Ascension 1, though. I think I won't do the attacks. Maybe next cycle I will. Seems really dangerous. So, okay, so we're doing Noxious Fumes and Deadly Poison next turn. So he's going to be down to 5 and then up to 10 poison. So he's going to take 6 and go to 113, go up to 10, go to 103, and then start taking, and then take 12. So he's going to go to 91, and then he's going to take 14 before he attacks again. Wait, did I count that out right? So he's taking 6 this turn and then attacking. And then, okay, so he's taking 6 and doing nothing. And then he's taking 10 on his attack turn. And then he's taking 12 and doing nothing, or shuffling wounds, and then he's taking 14 and doing nothing, and he's taking 16 before he attacks. So yeah, I think we just don't attack, set him up. We're probably going to try to break him on the 14 damage turn. So do we want to take 21, or do we want to drink the Ghost in a Jar? Ghost in a Jar is so good, and I think we can win this fight without it. And even if we don't, even if we do need it later in the fight, it might be just as good later in the fight than these two slimes. So I think we just eat 21 here. Okay, so he's taking 12 and then 14, so he's taking 16 total, which puts him at 80. So we can't strike him because then he would go to 74 and split. We can't deadly poison either because then he goes to 75 and splits. So we have to wait. And then next turn, hopefully we get double poison stab, neutralize, strike, do the best. Oh my god, yeah. Any monster that, like, ramps up, like, not Jawworm, but, like, what's the Maw? The, like, Act 3 version of Jawworm. Oh my god, I was talking through this and I did my math wrong. That was not the split that I intended. Yeah, anybody that ramps up forever is going to be a nightmare. That much HP. I think that he took extra damage because, or we didn't anticipate the damage because of bronze scales, so I did the math wrong. So he takes 12 and then 14, and for some reason the 14 broke him. 12 plus 14 is 26, not 16. Okay, so he goes to 70. So we do actually want to strike him now, because he's auto breaking at 14 next turn. Okay. Alright, so now I want max damage, which is dash, strike, neutralize. Okay, 4 to 1's not a terrible split. Doesn't help that they're both attacking though. So we can burst, defend, block for 15, and take 17, which we like barely survive, or we could just like burst deadly poison and have this be the Ghost in the Jar. Well, I don't want to lose the fight slowly, and I don't want to be forced to use the Ghost in the Jar for like 10 health later. And if I take 17, I'm at 9. So we're limited in our decision-making capabilities. But we do have Explosive Potion and Toy Ornithopter, so we can break somebody in an emergency and heal. What about, like, Burst, Defend, Deadly Poison? So then somebody takes 8 and then 10. 18's not really enough. So we have pretty much exactly this hand next turn. But 1 extra card. It's quite a bit of damage. We'll be able to break... let's see, will we break 1 if we don't even attack this turn? So he takes 3 and then 5, takes 8. 625 health Guardian. That's not actually too bad. Because like after the first Ascension, you've killed the heart, right? So I'm not that afraid of. Do you kill the heart on Endless? Or do you just beat the Act 3 bosses and go back? Oh, I see. Yeah, heart would kind of be the end, huh? So, okay, so if he's taking 8 damage, he goes to 33, and then breaks at 20, so we'd need to do 13 damage to break him next turn, which is unfortunately both. But we can break him. We only have 1 mana left for defending, but it's... we get defend plus. So we can't die next turn. So I think we just wait. Also, we only need 5 damage because he's, you know, stuff. Okay, so we want to do the most damage we can without breaking either one, so that we get an extra turn of poison. We can only do 10 damage to either one without breaking them, because they break. They're already taking 5, so they're both at 30, and then this does 12, so we break either one. So I guess we just destroy one of them. Okay, these guys are already dying. We can break him pretty easily, so let's do that. And we get to save our Ghost Jar. Plus, on this low difficulty, we get to heal to full in the beginning of the stack, so... great. Corpse Explosion's excellent. Another source of poison. We already have Burst. So that's probably going to be our last poison card until we find, like, a Catalyst. But that's a great poison card, so I'm pretty on board. Okay. Well, we can't take Fusion Hammer, because if we find a Catalyst, we need to upgrade it. We also need to upgrade Burst. Can we make Hovering Kite happen? We don't have any discard cards other than Survivor, which is upgraded. I like Hovering Kite quite a bit, because you can take, like, Acrobatics. And then proc it pretty reliably, and, like, draw a bunch of cards. It doesn't really turn you into 4 energy deck that much. But it draws you a bunch of cards if you play it that way. Which is pretty valuable. Or Cursed Key. We don't have any Cursed Synergies. We haven't removed a card yet, though, at a shop. So the cost of removing them is fairly low. I think we'll pick Cursed Key. It's just way more reliable than Hovering Kite. And we need to pick cards like Backflip and stuff. Alright, the Champ. So we gotta find a Catalyst this act, basically. Alright, probably want to go to an early shop because we have 350 money. 2 fights is our easy pool, so we go 2 fights this shop, 2 question marks, and a elite. We'd like to go to more question marks if possible, but it doesn't look like it is possible. We can get 2 more question marks here. This one could be Thwack. If we could do Elite and then Thwack Elite, we might die. That seems like a pretty reasonable path. If we go here and decide we don't want to do the Elite, we can take 2 Fires instead, which is pretty nice. And get an optional late Elite. I think I like that. We could also trade one of these question marks for a Fire and skip the Elite. Although we have to go through an extra hard pool fight to get there. Man, I wish this Burst was upgraded. We have Bronze Scales, so this fight is mostly free. I think we should burst Deadly Poison on the buffing one, because he's the only really scary one. And then we defend and Poison Stab. On higher Ascension, these guys attack 6 times, and that actually makes this fight a little bit easier if you have Bronze Scales, because they kill themselves faster. This guy would be dead, for example. Corpse Explosion seems pretty good, so let's just win the fight. I'll take that. I guess we probably could have blocked out. There's the Catalyst. That was easy. There's like a whole phase of silent runs where you're like, I need a catalyst, I need a catalyst. You never find it. And that time we found it immediately. Act 2, Floor 1 is like the best time to find catalyst too, because it's usually not that good in Act 1. But it starts getting good in Act 2. We have access to Molten Egg, which is super cool. We also have access to Chemical X, which I love. It's better on Defect than it is on Silent, but not by a lot. Silent has Malaise, for example, but Malaise is a rare that we have not found, so counting on getting it is not super reliable. And Molten Egg, you're guaranteed to get quite a few attacks. We could also get like Molten Egg Dagger Throw. If we had picked a Hovering Kite, we would certainly take Molten Egg Dagger Throw. I think right now I'm more on the Leg Sweep team, because we have the upgraded Burst, or the Burst that we need to upgrade. And Leg Sweep is just a boss card. So if it's like Leg Sweep and then Card Remove, then we can't afford Molten Egg. Maybe it's just Leg Sweep, Molten Egg. Or we could do Leg Sweep, Card Remove, Chemical Axe. That's pretty good. Amusingly, both Leg Sweep, Card Remove, and Chemical Axe cost 151. So that would leave us with 64 money, so we could pick up a Power Pot as well. If we Leg Sweep Molten Egg, we spend 336, so we're left with 30 and can't do anything, except for buy Dagger Throw, which is reasonable too. So then Leg Sweep, Molten Egg, Dagger Throw. Yeah, that's pretty good too. There's two good lines through this shop. I like them both. They both buy a Leg Sweep, which is nice. I probably need the Leg Sweep. Okay, so we're buying the Leg Sweep. And then we're either Card Remove, Chemical X, or Molten Egg, Dagger Throw. Card Remove, Chemical X makes our deck better because it has one less strike in it, so we get to our poison stuff faster. And then Chemical X makes it so that we can, like, do funny stuff later with that card that gives you energy next turn, and Malaise, and Skewer. Molten Egg Dagger Throw makes the deck better because Dagger Throw gets you to your poison stuff faster, although not quite as efficiently as card removing a strike. And because all of our future attacks will be upgraded. We are under a little bit of upgrade pressure, because we really need upgrades on Burst and Catalyst, and probably Deadly Poison. Molten Egg would help relieve that pressure by making it so that we don't have that many more targets that need upgrades. That being said, though, I don't know how many more attacks we're going to add to the deck, especially considering we're pretty all in on the poison thing. We're probably just adding skills. So it's probably wrong to pick Molten Egg here, as much as I love it. So I think we're going to Card Remove, Chemical X. Even though it's kind of boring. So we can Poison Stab, Burst Catalyst, which you would expect to do a lot of stuff, but really doesn't do that much. 3, 6, 12. It's still worth doing, but it's a little bit less impressive than you would expect a Burst Catalyst to be. And then obviously we can also block out. 12 poison is obviously nothing to sneeze at, but... Okay, looks like Chosen is not interested in fighting today. He just wants to die. That's okay, we're happy to help. Slice Plus. See, we don't even need that Molten Egg. Attacks are just going to come upgraded. Dodge and Roll is great if we can find some footwork. This deck definitely wants some footwork if we can find it. We have Burst, so picking up skills is sort of inherently good. It is not upgraded. But the upgrade on Dodge and Roll is not super great anyway. Come here, Coconut. Come here. Okay, or down. That's fine too. Cat's doing cat things. Yeah, I think I want cards to be a little bit more synergistic. Dozen roll isn't really doing quite enough. We've got quite a few block cards anyway. I think we're feeling okay without dodge roll. We're definitely skipping that shop. I think we want more question marks. At 60, we probably feel strong enough, especially with 3 potions. So I think we'll probably survive this elite. Yes, I will take Ritual Dagger. Jesus, this event gives you 99 gold? What ascension does this go down to 50 on? Man, 99 gold is a lot. Ritual Dagger does not get any better. Huh. Man, if we had that Molten Egg, this Ritual Dagger would be upgraded. Maybe we pass on Ritual Dagger. It's a little bit hard to pull off with a Catalyst deck. Because your damage is super spiky. But it's most important to pull off Ritual Dagger in hallway fights. And in hallway fights, you're generally not trying to do the whole Nightmare Burst Catalyst thing. Because you don't need to. Plus Ritual Dagger just like is a 15 damage attack. Which is really nice. It doesn't help against Champ at all. Yeah, I guess we pass on it. Makes me sad, though. 99 gold is so much, though. I like that 6 health as well. Aha! We got our payoff for the gold immediately. I like removing a card, and upgrading a random card could hit Burst or Catalyst, which are big. It could also hit Deadly Poison or Poison Stab, which are moderately helpful. And Leg Sweep or Corpse Explosion are sort of the bottom tier of upgrades that aren't basic cards. Yeah. We could just pay to upgrade a card and take Catalysts or Burst specifically. But I like removing a strike here. Ooh, we got Burst. Great. Okay, well that's what we would have picked anyway, so... I think it would have been Burst over Catalyst, right? Alright, so we have Burst Plus, so we can block for 22 with this. Attacking for 18, 27. Let's go ahead and neutralize him. Okay, so now it's 12, 21. Great, so we can block out. Some damage needs to go on Gremlin Wizard here. Maybe Explosive Potion as well. So we can, like, Poison Stab Explosive Potion. Along with the Burst Deadly Poison Survivor bit. I think we have to Deadly Poison on the leader. Get that poison started. And then I guess we'll Poison Stab the Wizard. Just to make sure we're killing him before his time comes. I think we can afford to wait. He's not giving people armor this turn, so we can just Explosive Pot next turn. Has the same effect. Okay, this turn he is giving armor. I think it's a little too early for Catalyst. So we can, like, Poison Stab the leader, dash the wizard, and Explosive Potion. Let him die to his damage return. That seems fine. I believe he dies to damage return before he gets the armor. Yeah. Okay, Noxious Fumes needs to happen. Leg Sweep needs to happen. Let's see if we need more block. Yeah, we do. Okay. So it's just Noxious Fumes defend. That's fine. Not the turn you want Corpse Explosion on, but whatever. And he's almost dead, so we'll just put some damage into him. I said it was too early for Catalyst earlier, but it seems like I was lying, because he dead. Ha, we didn't have to wait for the animation that time, because we killed them all. Okay, Cunning Potion. And I think we passed these. We don't need another copy of Deadly Poison. If it was another Catalyst, we'd probably take it, but it's not. And we don't need more damage, we got plenty of damage. This fight's a little bit challenging. Just kidding. Neutralize on turn 1, makes the sentry shields down. So we can corpse explode him. I think we want him to blow up as soon as possible, so we'll just put all the damage into him. Leg sweep on Spirit Guardian strike. The sentry is definitely happening. So that blocks out. And then I guess we just Deadly Poison on the Spirit Guardian for an artifact charge. So we get 2 artifact charges off this turn. Burst doesn't have much to do this turn. We could burst both defends and block for 12. And then Poison Stab to get the last artifact charge. Blocking for 12 isn't quite enough, but it's not too far off. We're guaranteed Noxious Fumes next turn. Yeah, okay. I guess it's Burst, Defend, Dash. Because that blocks for 3 more. We want to save the health. It looks like we're close to killing him with damage, so we don't really need to focus on artifact charges. Although I guess I'll take it if I can get it. It referring to poison in that sentence, if that was unclear. Burst Corpse Explosion is lethal. We didn't even need the burst, it's just lethal with Corpse Explosion. There's Acrobatics, like we were talking about, and a bunch of upgraded attacks. Acrobatics helps us draw 2 Burst Catalyst, which I like. This would be our first draw card, and it's a pretty good one, so I think we grab it. I would prefer a backflip, but we haven't seen a backflip yet. We also haven't seen footwork, so we might be looking for alternate ways to block here. Talking about like Wraith Form and intangibles. We didn't find Council of Ghosts either, though, and we're mostly done with question marks. We could steal this question mark. Maybe we take this line. We're pretty strong right now, so we could take an elite here. And then get an extra campfire, and then this could be Council of Ghosts. Go that route. Seems like we probably are doing that. Okay, let's take Acrobatics then. Alright, no Book of Stabbing. Darn. Okay, Leg Sweep is good in this fight. We're already blocked out, so let's do damage with Dash is the most. We could Burst, Deadly Poison, Defend. Good morning, Miona. How's it going? Burst, Deadly Poison is a good start on our poison damage. Defend blocks for 10 and we take 2. Spend the last energy on Noxious Fumes. We're probably spending one of these potions this fight, and it's probably Cunning Potion. Maybe we should have drank the Power Potion on turn 1. Maybe, I guess we'll save the Power Potion for when we need a Wraith Form out. Okay, clearly neutralizing. I think it's Survivor plus Corpse Explosion Catalyst. Yeah, Book of Stabbing scales up really fast, so he seems really scary on high HP. Okay, so he's hitting for 16, we can block for 5 and take 11. It's a little scary, but we are winning the fight next turn. So no need to panic. Can we win right now? We have 12. Okay, so he is at 76 minus 38 is 28. Yeah, 28. So we can do 12 plus 12 is 24. So yeah, we do have lethal with Cunning Potion. All right, well, gets me out of 11 damage, so I'm into it. Ninja Scroll. We traded our one-time Cunning Potion for an every fight Cunning Potion. Escape Plan would be good if we were getting backflips and footworks. We're not really. But our deck is almost entirely skills, so I think I'll grab it. Alright, we have to open at least one chest. This is a small one, so we could skip this one and wait for later. If it's normality, we're probably not fighting this elite, and we might die the champ. But I'd rather take the curse in Act 2 than Act 3, because sometimes in Act 3 you can't get rid of it until Act 4, and that's pretty scary. I guess we don't have Ascension 20 turned on, so we only have one Act 3 boss, so that's not necessarily any less scary than fighting champ with a curse. Alright, let's see what we get. Injury, that's fine. We don't have any value for Ornamental Fan, so this is definitely the key. Alright, Snecko, he's scary. Get the poison ticking on turn 1. Toss a couple shivs on the Barbie. Okay. Snecko has favored us, given us many zero-cost boons. But now we're vulnerable. This costs 0, so we'll play it. Acrobatics could find more ways to block. We could also find Burst and Catalyst. We can't actually find ways to block. There's no block in here. So we either play Burst or take damage. So I guess we play Burst. Or play Dash, rather. And I'll be happy with Catalysting for 6. We need to get that Catalyst upgraded. Feels a lot better when it's upgraded. This costs 0, so we should play it. We might want to Burst first, but okay, this costs 0, so we're playing it. It's an attack, so we can't combo it. We're playing this and one other card. I guess Burst, of course, Explosion does more damage than Strike, so there's no reason not to play it. Oh, we have Lethal, great. Calculated, 100%. This is second Burst. We have quite a few attacks. It does give us another thing we probably need upgraded, but I think we take it. Or we have quite a few skills, rather. Yeah, I think we grab Burst. Okay, let's upgrade that Catalyst. That needs to happen immediately. We could take one last shot at becoming a Ghost. We could also get thwacked here. Or run into the Red Mask gang. If we see the Red Mask gang, we just fight them. We're pretty good at that fight. With Corpse Explosion. I don't think we're too afraid. Alright, it's just a fight. We can knock down the bird because we're on Ascension 1. With the 3 shivs. We could knock him down even on Ascension 20, but we'd have to use the strike. So let's go ahead and do that. He's buffing, so he's reasonably threatening. But I think he's going to end up dying to Noxious Fumes. We can burst Acrobatics here and look for lots of cool stuff to do. That draws 6 cards, and we would have 4 cards in hand, so that's safe. Don't need that. There's the Catalyst. Don't need that. So I think we're gonna Catalyst for 6 poison here. Yeah, I think that's fine. Oh yeah, for 27. I forgot that I set up the burst for exactly that reason. Okay, great. Alright, let's see what's in the hand. It's another Corpse Explosion. Or another poison card, rather. That looks like a win to me. We can burst to burst. Combo. Definitely not taking backstab now. Outmaneuver is pretty interesting with all the burst stuff that's happening. We need a lot of energy to make that go. We already have 4 energy though. And a lot of times, outmaneuver is kind of a bust. We only have one acrobatics for card draw, although we can burst it pretty reliably, so that is kind of a lot of card draw. I guess we have the escape plan too, which can also be bursted. I don't think I'm going to take an outmaneuver though. Just isn't a very good card. Alright, so we're clearly smithing the other burst, I think. We got 2 burst pluses. This elite is guaranteed not to be Book of Stabbing, which is the scariest one, so I think we'll just take it. Plus, if we take elites, we're more likely to find malaise, which would be great. What you're hoping for, what I was hoping for in this hand was turn 1 Corpse Explosion lethal. It doesn't look like we're quite getting there. We're probably Sneeko Oiling this turn. So let's get down to 5 cards. And then Sneeko Oil. Noxious Fumes or Poison Stab for the last card. I think Poison Stab is more important. Gets him damage this turn, which is really important if we're trying to Corpse Explode. Poison Stab's cost will on average increase if we Sneeko Oil, so I think we just play it. Just get the 9 damage in. Alright, we found a 0-cost burst and a Corpse Explosion, so we are good. Get some extra damage for good measure. We can also block for 48. Cool. And we got a pen nib for our trouble. Okay. It's not the rare I was hoping for. I'm not sure what rare I was hoping for exactly. Maybe a second Catalyst? I don't know. Seems like the deck is in pretty good shape. So, rare cards are nice. Oh, probably Wraith Form. Wraith Form is what we were looking for. Wraith Form would be nice. Well-laid plans, also a card we're watching out for. Definitely don't need any of these. These are all just damage cards. Gross. We probably want to upgrade the Deadly Poison. Deadly Poison gets quite a big upgrade. I suppose Corpse Explosion gets the same, or gets more damage, but it's less damage per energy. And the main point of Corpse Explosion is the explosion you put bit, which doesn't change. Can we afford to take an upgrade? Yeah, we almost certainly can. Okay. Yeah, I think it's Deadly Poison. I can see Leg Sweep. Leg Sweep gets extra weak. But Deadly Poison kills people. Burst Catalyst on turn 1, probably not the correct turn for this, especially considering we have 0 other poison. Let's get rid of these shivs. Neutralize Dash is going to block out. And I guess we burst a Leg Sweep. Just get tons of weak. We don't really need a turn 1 Power Potion, so I'm not going to use one. Saving it for when we need Wraith Form. Okay, so now we can burst Deadly Poison Acrobatics. Unless we just want to burst Acrobatics first. I guess burst Acrobatics first is probably better. Maybe we want to burst Deadly Poison Defend, though. What are we hoping to draw with Acrobatics? Do people just get like 3 times health, basically? Are you playing the same seed or something? Let's see. So if we do Acrobatics, I guess the best card is Corpse Explosion? That doesn't seem that useful. Maybe Defend Plus is the best card, huh? I guess I need more block, so I'll burst the Acrobatics. Probably not playing that this turn. And that's never good. Okay, so then I think we just burst out the defend plus. That seems good. And I hate to skip Deadly Poison, so I'll play it. Alright, there's Noxious Fumes. Probably bursting out Escape Plan this turn. Let's see what we get with that. Cool. They both worked. I guess Defend is the other burst card, which is a little sad. And spend the rest of the energy developing some poison, taking a little bit of damage. Another burst miss turn. We gotta get rid of some of these strikes. Get some more card draw. We've got Pen Nib set up. For what? I have no idea, but it's set up. So we had lots of burst with no skill turns, and now we have a Catalyst with no burst. Actually, we can draw burst. Oh wait, no we can't. We've drawn both. It's probably going to be Dash plus Defend, which already blocks out, so we don't need that Defend. Let's see what's in hand. Okay. Okay, so we should start thinking about timing. He's taking 26, then 28, so that is 54 damage, which breaks him. Puts him to... Oh wait, he breaks at 210 in this mode, so it does not break him. 58 puts him at 19. So if we do 10 more damage, he does break. So we shouldn't do it. Yeah, because we need time to find Catalyst and Burst. So we'll just Leg Sweep instead. Burst Corpse Explosion is not quite right. We still have a chance of fitting Burst and Catalyst together next turn. If we Corpse Explosion once, he goes up to 34 poison. 34 puts him at 27, right? Well, he takes 3 from damage return as well. So he goes to 24. Seems fine. So then we're Corpse Explosion, Burst, Defend. Wait, if he's going to 24, then we could fit in another 6 damage, right? Because then he goes to 18 and still doesn't break. So I guess we Burst, Corpse Explosion, Defend. Okay, well this has to be the Catalyst turn, because he's breaking if we don't. And I think this is lethal, so... we just need to get in damage now. Yeah, great, we got him. Alright, he's defending himself. Be prepared. Oh wait, he died. Cultist Potion is good, but not great in this deck. There's Doppelganger, which we've prepared for, Burst, which is the core of the deck, and Wraith Form, which we probably need to block, given that we haven't found any footwork. Wraith Form's a little bit worse than normal, given that we don't have well-laid plans. And Doppelgangster is way better than normal, because we have Chemical X. So I don't really know how to think about this this card reward. We already have 2 burst pluses, so we're probably not looking to pick up a third one. It feels pretty bad when you draw 2 bursts in the same hand and no card draw. So we don't want to do that. So burst is out. So it's Doppelgangster or Wraith Form. Normally this is not a choice, and Wraith Form is vastly better. And that's probably the case here too. Wraith Form is a really good card, especially for a deck that missed out on Vampire and Ghost opportunities, which this deck did. Or Doppelganger, which helps me find Burst Catalyst combos, basically. Yeah, I think we take Wraith Form. I want Doppelganger to be good one day. One day I'll pick Doppelganger, but not over Wraith Form. Sorry. Sorry, Doppelganger. Do we take Cultist Potion over Attack Pot? I think the best case scenario for attack pot is probably like dash for this deck a lot of the time. Dash or maybe like unload to kill somebody. Die could be the best case. Even poison stab is reasonable. Poison stab before a catalyst. Yeah, I think cultist potion is better than those things. Cultist potion does actually like a lot of damage, especially with pen nib. I think we can set that up. Runic Pyramid means we don't need well-laid plants. We just picked Wraith Form, so we probably want that. We do have an injury, which is concern. Runic Pyramid is probably like always the pick though, right? Runic Pyramid's amazing. We do have 3 potion slots because this is Ascension 1, so we could kind of abuse Sacred Bark, but not really. Sacred Bark plus Ghost in a Jar is nuts. It's like you get a potion version of Wraith Form, which is insanity. It's also nuts with Power Potion, because you get 2 copies of whatever you pick. Empty Cage would make the deck better. You get rid of those last 2 strikes, which would mean that we can only trigger Cultist Potion and Pen Nib with Poison Stabs and Neutralizes. And Dash, I guess. But I think it's probably Runic Pyramid by a mile. So let's pick Runic Pyramid. Alright, Donu Deca are a little bit problematic for the deck because they start out with artifact charges. So it would be really nice if we could find, like, Tomb of the Red Mask Lord or whatever. Or, like, Bag of Marbles in this act. Obviously, you can't control when you get Bag of Marbles. It's just, you just get it randomly. But it would be really nice to be able to remove those artifact charges on turn 1. Because we need to start poisoning Donu Deca immediately. But then we have Corpse Explosion, so the back half of the fight is much easier. Because there probably is no back half of the fight. Okay, we have 321, so we can go to a shop. We don't have to. We could do fight 3 question marks, a shop, and then a fire before the elite. And then we could make our way over here. That does force us into 2 more elites, this one and that one. But we're going to be forced into those no matter what we do. So maybe we need to take kind of a safe line so that we can get there, for sure. And this line is pretty safe, because if we don't like this elite, we can just grab a couple more question marks. Okay. Welcome to Act 3. Here are your complimentary Darklings. Corpse Explosion does work in this fight, so we will go ahead and trigger that right away. And start working down one of these outside Darklings. If there's somebody in the chat who doesn't know, the Darklings are all different. They look the same, but the middle one never multi-attacks, only the outside 2 multi-attack. So they are a much higher priority for attacks. That Acrobatics is looking a lot worse now that we have Runic Pyramid. That's unfortunate. Yes, the middle one never multi-attacks, so he is significantly different. Yeah, it's weird. There's a lot of Slay the Spire mechanics that it's very difficult to like notice naturally. Like somebody basically has to tell you, which in some ways I appreciate, right? Like I have an experience that I will always remember where like at my elementary school people were playing Pokemon, and there were rumors about like how you like got it's not Chansey. Chansey's like a regular Pokemon. There was a Pokemon you could like hatch by like going behind Bill's house or something. I honestly don't remember if that's the rumor that I heard in elementary school or a fact. Is it Mewtwo? No, it's Mew. You can like hatch a Mew, right? But like I have no idea if you can actually hatch a Mew. I just know that like in elementary school that was a rumor. And if you have hidden mechanics in the game, then people are more likely to look for those sorts of things. But I feel like the Darklings fight, it doesn't look like there's a secret here, right? It just looks like they're all the same. So I don't know why. I don't know why that's part of the game. Probably it was part of the game just because when the middle one, when they all multi-attacked, it was too hard. So they were like, just make the middle one not do it. But I don't know how I like that in terms of a balanced strategy. Yeah, acrobatics does get rid of injury, but I don't know if that's really super worth it. We're obviously neutralizing the multi-attacking guy, so we get to double dip on the damage reduction. Ooh. I don't know if this is like good TV, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I'm gonna take you guys on a journey. My wife has some potted, a plant that she's potted on her desk, and it has little bubbles on the parts of the plant that are suspended in water, and I suspect there's some sort of cool chemistry happening. I don't want to shake the bubbles off. I don't know if you can see the bubbles. Here, let me switch to OBS so I can see what you see. Darn, it's not gonna... Maybe it can't autofocus that close. Can I convince it to autofocus? I cannot. Okay. Well, darn. Okay. So... Let's see, did I get the camera back in the correct place? I did. Okay. We have Burst, but no Catalyst. I guess we can Acrobatics and go look for Catalyst so that we win the fight this turn. It also does get rid of the injury, which is something. We did not get it. Probably just bursting out Leg Sweep then. And it looks like taking a little bit of damage. Darkness, what are you gonna do? Okay, so now we have a kill. But I will block just because the fail keyword always gets me, so I'm never 100% sure. There's that outmaneuver plus. Wow, I can't believe we got, not only did we get a second shot at outmaneuver, our second shot was upgraded. So this is great now that we have Runic Pyramid. So I'll take that. Gambler's Ruse is way better than Cultist Potion in this fight, in this deck. Cultist Potion is like hard to make work, but Gambler's Ruse is consistently useful. Falling. I'm pretty happy to lose a defend. Poison Stab Plus is also on the chopping block here, but it does do some poison. The best attribute of Poison Stab Plus at this point is that it removes an artifact charge from Donu. But I think I'll just lose the defend. Okay, we get to get rid of the curse. Oh my god, Snecko Skull. Footwork. Can we afford all that? We can. Okay, let's start with the card remove. We could take a medical kit against the heart. Getting wounds in your deck is pretty bad. Maybe we don't need Snecko Skull to win that fight. That sounds fun. I always feel kind of bad because I still take weekends, even though I like work for myself now. And it's like, I always feel like I just could be working right now, but I think it's pretty important from a mental health perspective. A, to like try and stay on the same schedule as my wife, and B, to like not be working constantly. Alright, so we're buying one of these two and footwork, so let's just buy the footwork and then figure out which one do we want. Is Medical Kit good for any reason other than the heart fight? Well, it's good at the Act 4 elites too. Donu Deca do shuffle Dazes, although Dazes exhaust themselves. We just got rid of our injury, although that's a curse card, not a status. So it's basically just the heart fight and the Act 4 elites. There are some hallway fights where it's relevant. I guess against Nemesis, you can get rid of the burns. I feel like Medical Kit makes our win percentage go up, but Snecko Skull is like way more fun. And like this is Ascension 1, so we don't really need the win percent. We're probably just gonna win. But I'll take Medical Kit because I do genuinely believe it's better. It is less fun. That makes me sad. Dead Branch Medical Kit's kind of a fun combo. Were you an Ironclad at the time? Ironclad is much better with Dead Branch than other classes. We cannot go immediately to the boss because we don't have the keys. Let's get them keys first. Okay. Oh, right. So we actually can set up Pendant pretty easily because of the shivs at the beginning of the fight. We get to keep Burst and Catalyst together if we want. We can just Footwork, Double Defend, Strike, get some cards out of hand. God, Runic Pyramid's good. Okay, so now we can Burst, Deadly Poison, Catalyst. Although that doesn't block at all. So we probably want to Burst, Deadly Poison, Defend. And then we can just Burst Catalyst later. Oh, wait, is it lethal? If we Poison Stab, Burst, Deadly Poison, Catalyst, it's 4 poison and 8 damage, so he's at 61. And 4 poison plus 14 poison is 28. Yeah, it's clearly lethal. Okay. Oh wait, it's not 28. What? Whatever. Kablooey. Second chance at Outliver, second Deadly Poison plus. I could see either of those being good. The deck is reasonably thin, so we don't need to be just like jamming in second copies of stuff for reliability. And if we were going to jam in a second copy of something, I think it would be a Catalyst. So I think we're going to pass on these. It is sort of an attractive option, though. I think we go to the fire. So we have to go here. So if we go to the fire, are we fighting this elite? Because then we have to fight 3 elites in a row. So I guess we go to the fire, skip the first elite, and take the second 2. Just in case. Okay. Let's take a recall here. We have gotten all the really high priority upgrades. Oh wait, no, we could upgrade Wraith Form now. Wraith Form and Footwork are both pretty good. Yeah, okay, I'll upgrade Wraith Form. Seems pretty important. With Wraith Form Plus and Runic Pyramid, do I feel safe taking 3 elites in a row? I do have Ancient Tea Set right now, and if I take elites, I get more chances at melees, which would be super good. Oh my god, yeah. Watcher with Dead Branch. What? So wait, you already had Master Reality in the deck? Like, I would almost never pick Master Reality before I have Dead Branch. Like, why did you have Master Reality? Did you have, like, tons of... I guess if you have Battle Hymn and, like, Insight, and Conjure Blade, maybe I would pick it. I guess Study is the name of that card rather than Insight. But the power that generates insights. It does work with Alpha, but it doesn't... The Alpha upgrades don't do that much, right? The upgrade to Alpha itself is huge, obviously. The upgrade to Omega is just like some extra damage. And does Beta go down in cost? I guess that is pretty important if they go down in cost. Yeah. Beta costing 2 is a pain. But the Omega upgrade is like... The difference between doing 50 damage a turn and doing 60 damage a turn is so minimal. It's like, when you play Omega, you win, right? It's like, barely matters how much damage it does. I think what really scares me about this route is these hallway fights. Because, like, this elite will be fine. But we might lose some health, which we have no way to regain. And then we've got 2 hallway fights in the middle. Yeah, so I think I'll take the question marks. Hey, look, I talked about this, and it only costs 35. This is great. Okay, sure. This is one of the best possible events right there. We're after floor 40, so we get the crappy one. We already can't heal, so we could just take an upgrade on all cards. What would that get us? It'd get us 5 cards worth of Ancient Writing, Poison Stab plus, Footwork plus is nice. Yeah, I don't think we really need that. Healing to full is only 7 HP. I definitely don't want the curse, so we're definitely fighting an Act 1 boss. Hexagos is the worst outcome, obviously, because he just tears up your HP. We get to develop these. I guess we'll Acrobatics on turn 1. I'll just play the Strike. And we'll save the Neutralize for turn 2. I guess he's weak already, so it doesn't matter if I save it or not. I just mean I don't have any source of healing. Not that I'm prevented from healing mechanically. Let's see if we get something cool. No, one of the few misses. Okay, so we can block for 18 pretty reasonably. So let's just defend. I can see either Corpse Explosion or Outmaneuver Strike. Let's Outmaneuver Strike. I guess we're taking 1 here, huh? That's fine. Alright, so now we have access to crazy stuff. I guess this one does more poison. Okay. Good fight. Captain's Wheel is great. Happy to have that. Flexpot is actually not bad. Let me think about that in a second. Prepared Plus is pretty good with, whatchamacallit, Runic Pyramid. So we have hand size problems. It's quite a bit better than regular Prepared. Helps me put together burst catalyst thingies. Although we already have Runic Pyramid, so we don't have any trouble putting it together. Prepared kind of lets you trade card draw for hand quality. And we have quite a bit of hand size already, so trading some of that for hand quality is pretty reasonable. But if we get it like on turn 1, I guess if we can burst it too, and the second one doesn't cost the card. I think I'll take Prepared. Okay, Gambler's Brew versus Flexpot. So the best part about Flexpot is we can pair it up with Ninja Scroll. So like the dream for Flexpot is Flexpot on Ninja Scroll and Pen Nib. So then we take a normally 4 damage Shiv, crank it up to 9, and then double it for 18 damage. That's just not that impressive. And Gambler's Brew gets me out of an emergency, which Flex Potion doesn't, so I think we're skipping Flexpot. We skipped this too. We already have the key, and this is a small chest, so we can't get a rare relic, for example. We'll get less gold. I don't want the curse. More Darklings, all according to plan. Let's pile onto this one. That was actually kind of a mistake. I should have targeted the back one, but whatever. Do we have lethal here? We have Burst, Corpse Explosion, Catalyst. So that's 12. Yep. It doesn't matter because he's doing 102 AoE. Regrowing? I don't think so. Hey, there's Skewer. Skewer we can play for 0 and Chemical Axe to do 14 damage. This deck is not really an attacking deck, but it's hard to ignore 0 mana deal 14 damage. I guess I'll take it. Whispering Voices. Losing 3 max HP is not that big of a deal. I think it's a a smaller problem than losing 8 HP right now. We can't heal for 16. We can only heal for 8. So I think we just take the max HP hit. We have outmaneuver Skewer too. We could burst outmaneuver, although next turn he's intangible. But burst outmaneuver Skewer is like no joke. That's some damage. So we go from 4 to 10 energy and attack for 70. If we get Pen Nib in that, we're like setting up lethal. So I guess let's do that. We have to hold outmaneuver because we can't do it this turn because of the aforementioned intangibility. I guess we'll hold leg sweep so that next turn maybe we outmaneuver leg sweep. Does that mean we burst? No, we're saving burst for outmaneuver. So the next turn is like burst outmaneuver leg sweep. Seems pretty good. I'm not sure burst outmaneuver leg sweep blocks for enough. So it blocks for 22. I guess it blocks for just as much as burst outmaneuver survivor. But maybe I need to like burst survivor, defend, and then just outmaneuver once. I'm pretty sure it's still lethal if we do 7. 14 times 7 is actually it's not. So we have to. Let's see. 14 times 10 isn't lethal either. It's only 140. It's pretty close though. If I burst survivor, I get to get a bunch of stuff out of hand too. Draw more cards. The max block is burst survivor leg sweep, which blocks for 22, 44, and applies weak. So it definitely blocks out. With the weak, he's going to be doing. He's going to lose 11 damage and go to 34. It's true, we can't escape first. Alright, let's see what that gets. Okay. Not really sure that changes anything. I guess let's just burst leg sweep and then see if we feel safe outmaneuvering. Yeah, I don't really want to take 8 to set up non-lethal. We could just do it next time he's vulnerable too. It's not a big deal. I guess we can just use a regular defend. That draws fewer cards though, huh? Let's see, so we'd end up with 7 cards in hand, so we'd block 3 draws, or block 2 draws. Yeah, I want those draws, so I'm in Survivor. A little bit excessive. We could just Skewer now for 28 damage too. Okay. Let's just put down some poison. We'll get Skewer now for 48. Wait, no. 56. Where's Catalyst? So he's going to go up to 13 poison next turn. If we burst Catalyst from 13, he'll go to 39 and then 100 and something. So yeah, if we do 48 now, drawing Catalyst is lethal. Not next turn because he'll be intangible, but the turn after. That's fine. Uh, 14 times 7. That still doesn't seem lethal. He's at 150. It's like it's less than 14 times 10, right? So, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. So we can do this to guarantee Catalyst next turn. Actually, it's not guaranteed unless we neutralize now, so we'll neutralize now. So I draw 5 cards. Okay, we can burst Catalyst and defend, which doesn't block out. But we have extra energy for footwork if we do that, so we'll do that. Okay, and that's the fight. We can just play the burn. Get out of here. We have a medical kit. Take damage from you. Wow, 5 potion slots. What a luxury. We definitely don't want any of these, right? We could burst Crippling Cloud. No, it's too expensive. We've got Runic Pyramid, and we've got a lot of poison already. I also feel like people are pretty reliably weakened, although I don't really understand why. I guess it's just Leg Sweep. Leg Sweep and Neutralize. Neutralize is upgraded too. Oh, was it 12 times 14? 12 times 14. Oh, you mean with the combo? Yeah, 12 times 14 would have been lethal, that's true. Okay, so let's skip. Okay, the Maw. Let's get these out of hand and then acrobatics and see if we can burst out some poison. We can. And then we have 6 cards, so we should play 1. I guess I'll play Outmaneuver. I don't know what I'm getting, but maybe it'll be good. Alright, so we can burst Corpse Explosion. I guess I'll Escape Plane first. Noxious Fumes, okay. We don't really need to block that much this turn, but we probably do want to... I guess let's neutralize first and see where he's at. 3 damage, so we can block with just defend. So let's do that now. And then... I guess let's prepare and look for more poison stuff. And not find it. Oh, we have to discard 2. We've already blocked, so we can get rid of the defend. I guess maybe I should have just like not done most of that stuff. I got excited because I had 10 energy, but probably wanted to save the leg sweep. I mean, I guess I did save the leg sweep. But, let's develop footwork and then just skewer for a bunch. Unless we think we can set up Pendant again. I guess Poison Stab does more damage per energy than Skewer does. Okay, Catalyst with no burst to go with it. We could try to find burst with prepared. Let's play the leg sweep first, because he needs some. We need to put weak on him. Oh wait, maybe this is Wraith form. Yeah, I think this is Wraith form. So we'll just Wraith form, defend, and prepared this turn. And look for burst. We found it. Okay. Nothing else matters. Pendant for next fight. There's a Doppelganger up against nothing. Acrobatics Plus is kind of a card, but no. Yeah, I think I'll take a Doppelganger. Seems fun. We can get 10 energy and then Doppelganger for 10 cards. Overdraw for 100. Maybe I shouldn't be trying to set up Pendant on 10. Maybe I should be trying to set up Pendant on 6 so that I can triple shiv at the beginning of the fight. But I guess I have Poison Stab, which is fine. So let's kill a dagger. And then can we kill the other dagger? We've got 9 plus 8 is 17. plus 5 is 25. Yep, you can. We do have to quote-unquote waste a deadly poison there, but... do we outmaneuver for next turn? Or strike? I think we do outmaneuver. Ha, one dagger. What a weakling. So we get to keep the extra energy with the doppelganger. Definitely playing footwork. And I guess we'll play Survivor over Defend to block out for 2 extra. And refill our hand for next turn. So we're drawing 5 extra cards. Okay. Should get something good. Man, I was hoping for a Corpse Explosion, but it is in the bottom 5 cards. Skewer would have been fine too. So we actually don't have any attacks, so we can't kill this dagger. We don't have any damage of any kind. Probably need to, like, prepared or something. So I guess we defend prepared. Let's see, how much damage are we taking? So assuming he dies and he survives, we're taking 26, 35. So this would block for 25, so we'd be off by 10. So we can just leg sweep. We're pretty sure we're going to leg sweep this turn. So now it's 18, 27, so we're blocked out. Seems good. There's the Corpse Explosion. So we're actually not taking that 25. Let's get rid of these defends. I guess we can just dash this back dagger to death. I somehow did not see the dash in hand. So we can dash the back dagger and then burst Corpse Explosion Catalyst on Reptimancer, which maybe doesn't kill her this turn. So it goes to 12, 36, 100 and something, but it kills her next turn, so that's good enough. Yeah, I could have burst Corpse Explosion on a dagger, but that only does 50 damage, and I'm doing 100 damage with this line, so I like this line better. Are we trying to set up Pen Nib on 10 or 6? Well, it's not. We can't set it up on 6 because it doesn't go backwards, so... I guess we're trying to find attacks to reset it. Let's get rid of the Defend. Actually, let's get rid of the Noxious Fumes. Wraith Form Defend guaranteed blocks next turn. And this procs Pen Nib. I guess we don't need to defend this turn because she's dying. Ha! Get rid of your wounds. Take that. Okay, whatever. Ooh, we got Bag of Marbles too. Wow, both of the relics I called out at the beginning of the act we got. So we get to just totally remove Donudeka's artifact charges as soon as we enter the fight, which is insane. Skewer Plus is, I think, a pick. It's another 0-cost 20 damage card. Another way to combo with energy stuff that we've picked up. We have to recall here, or we can't go to Act 4, which would be sad. Alright, get rid of these artifact charges. I don't like them. Alright, now we can neutralize on turn 1 against Donudeka. Oh, man. We can also just, like, Skewer for 80 damage. Which is fun. Yeah, I know Pen Nib's up. Oh, right, it's more than 80 damage. It's 160 damage. Jesus. It's 160 because Chemical X. Do we have lethal? Probably not. Okay, so let's just Skewer Donu. Right? That's way too good. Can we take 20? Maybe we don't want to take 20. If we don't want to take 20, we have to waste Pen Nib on a Shiv or Neutralize, which hurts so much to not put it on Skewer right now. We could just acrobatics and draw one card. I guess we can outmaneuver acrobatics and draw 2 cards. Ugh. We're pretty unlikely to be able to block for 20 no matter what we do. So we could just have this be the ghost in the jar. You know what we could do? We can skewer and then power pot and look for Wraith form. Why would we take 14? I'm confused about that. Oh right, we heal the max out of the fight. Oh my god, fighting only one Act 3 elite. Or Act 3 boss. Jeez. Healing to full at the end of each act. Get a free campfire next act. Yeah, I guess I'll take the 160 damage. Okay. Oh, I see. You were talking about neutralize. Yes, you're right. I had not thought that far ahead yet. I could power pot anyway. Oh wait, no. We're gonna win this fight without dying, so health doesn't matter. Famous last words. There's the corpse explosion. We need that to win the fight easily. We don't necessarily have to burst it either. But we do have to block out this turn. Speaking of burst. This skewer does 6 times 7. We can outmaneuver with it. So he's not killing us. So if we corpse explosion this turn and outmaneuver, then we skewer him to death next turn, then we win the fight, right? I guess, so if we burst corpse explosion outmaneuver, we have 10 energy next turn, so this does 7 times 12, which is certainly lethal. It's like way overkill. And then double corpse explosion definitely wins the fight. So I guess that's lethal, and it doesn't matter how messy it is because we get the full health afterwards. But it feels messy. It just said 484 on Deca. That's hilarious. Stabs. Okay, let's go to Deck 4. Alright. I guess we're smithing a card because we're at full health. Footwork looks like the card. Yeah, I think footwork over skewer. Never did find that malaise. We did caltrops for the heart fight. Hey, why are you yelling at me? Come up here. I fed you. What do you want from me? Just wants love and attention. Just standard cat stuff. If we take caltrops, we can also take an attack potion. Toolbox adds a random colorless card to your hand at the beginning of every turn. Can't mouse over it because I'm busy holding a cat. It looks a lot like Medical Kit, which is always confusing because they're both shop relics. Hey, don't claw my clothing, please. I know that you want to escape. I understand. Unhook yourself, beast. It's okay. You can go where you want to go. You just can't claw me. Oh yeah, Carter move. You guys with your consistent good advice. Twitch chat. Those strikes are pretty bad. You don't really need the attack potion either. Okay. Carter move. Remove catalyst. Gotta balance out the good advice with some awful advice. Makes sense to me. We could take Tactician. We have some Carter, some discard stuff. And we have lots of energy synergy now. weirdly. This is the most energy synergy I've ever had as a silent deck, I think. There's a fair amount in Silence Kit, I guess. Doppelgangster and Outmaneuver. It's a combo. We could burst Doppelganger too, so we can actually like multiply our energy. So we could go up to 10 energy and then burst a Doppelganger and go up to, let's see, we would be beginning 9 twice the following turn. So we'd get 18 plus 4, 22 energy. Sorry, I always say Doppelgangster because that's the name of a Hearthstone card. I believe Silent is the only class with 3 X-Cost cards. Ironclad, I think, only has Whirlwind. Defect has 2. It's got the block one and the Lightning Orb one. Does Defect have 3? What's the other ones? No, I think it just has the 2. Watcher has Conjure Blade. Does Watcher just have 1? Yeah, Body and Tempest are the ones I already named. Yeah, I think it's just got 2. I feel like Watcher has another one, but maybe it is just 1. Yeah, what's the other one? It's Conjure Blade and what? Oh right, Collect. Yeah, okay, multicast. Okay, that's true. So Defect also has 3. That makes sense because Defect is the energy manipulation class. Okay, so do we take a potion? I mean, there's no reason not to, right? Maybe we take a colorless potion over an attack potion. No, I'll take an attack potion so we can set up Pen Nib. Just in case we're unable to set it up with, yeah, Miracle Plus card is Collect, yeah. Get rid of your silly artifact charges. I don't really need the vulnerable, but whatever, I'll take it. We can Pen Nib Dash here. That's kind of fun. Probably want to Footwork first. I think I'm going to Shiv and then Prepared. See what we get from that. Interesting. And then play these 2, and Poison Step sets up Pen Nib. And then we play Footwork before Dash. And then we're blocking for 16, need to block for 12 more ideally. That looks like Survivor to me. Keep Catalyst around. I've heard that card is good. I'll give it a shot. What? Where's my Burns? He put him in the discard? What is this fight? 10 times 3. Well, we can just Wraith Form. Wraith Form Noxious Fumes, Wraith Form Outmaneuver. Let's Escape Plan, I guess. We're doing that even if we do Wraith Form. So maybe it's Wraith Form Outmaneuver. And then we can maybe Corpse Explosion Skewer next turn. He's also taking 9 damage return, so he's only at 72. So if we outmaneuver, this does... We're at 7 energy, so yeah, we have way overkill. Okay. Oh, I forgot he has armor. We do a Burst Corpse Explosion. So we can do double his health, although he has enough health to solo Spire Shield. So we just need to Corpse Explosion and kill him. So this would do 9 times 7, which is 63, which is not enough. But we have Burst, Corpse Explosion, Catalyst, which is probably enough. So he's at 2 poison, so he goes up to 14, and then 42, yeah, 100 and something. Okay. Alright, I guess we can turn around too. Oh, we should set up Pen Nib as close as we can. Obviously we can't fully set it up here, but... Bottled Lightning, that seems like a card. Surely we're not trying to concentrate, right? I'm not sure why you named all of the X-Cost cards. We got them all. But yes, you've come up with the same list. So I think concentrate's a no. I think prepared minus is a no. Oh, I see. Okay. If you're writing it for yourself, why'd you put a Kappa face? Are you being sarcastic to yourself? I'm so confused. Quick Slash is a no. Actually, Quick Slash is kind of fun if you've got a million energy, but we don't like reliably have a million energy, so let's skip. Are we Bottled Lightning? Are we using Bottled Lightning? I think we probably do on Catalyst, right? Catalyst or Burst? I think probably Catalyst. We have a lot of poison cards, so we don't like, and we have 2 copies of Burst, so Catalyst is the most likely to be MIA. So let's bottle it. Well, this deck is nuts. We're going into the heart fight with 5 potions, one of which is a Ghost in a Jar, which we've been saving since Act 1, and a bottled Catalyst. Probably dash first so that we don't take beat damage. Get beaten up. I think it's just dash, triple shiv, Skewer Paws. Clear out some room. Yeah. Oh wait, I took 1 damage. Shoot. I'm supposed to block first. I just got really excited about using my medical kit. And making karate sounds. Which is a required part of using medical kit, actually. If you didn't know that. You have to do it. We have Skewer and Outmaneuver in hand. We could burst a Survivor for block. It's definitely not full blocking. How about we just burst Survivor and defend? I don't want to use Ghost. I'd rather use Ghost next turn. I think I'm gonna... I've got a lot of energy synergy cards that are not very helpful right now. So I think I'm just gonna pitch 2 of them and play Doppelganger to refill. It seems okay. Takes a little bit of damage. Maybe I don't need Ghost in a Jar this turn either, because we have Burst Leg Sweep if we need it. I guess I want to put Burst on Catalyst though. It's pretty important that we get that going. Alright, so let's Ghost in a Jar, which also protects us from beat damage. Oh wait, beat's only hitting for 1, so disregard. So if we burst Deadly Poison, Poison Stab, Catalyst, we are developing 14 plus 3 is 17 poison, and then we're going up to 51, 153. 153 is not a damage cap every turn, but 153 damage every turn is nothing to sneeze at. I think that's enough. Plus, he's gonna get artifact charges next turn, so we need to make sure we're poisoning before that. Although I suppose we could just keep all these cards because we have Runic Pyramid, so yeah. Pretty sure we're winning this fight. Pendant just does double damage, right? Yeah. Just making sure it didn't actually play the card twice. Get rid of that. We could Prepared or Acrobatics here. We have 3 energy left, so we might as well do something with it. I guess we're losing 1 to Void, and if we discard Void right now, do we lose the energy? I feel like we do. And I guess we can use 1 on Slimed. Neutralize is pretty good. I would like to play Acrobatics, but I don't want to lose Leg Sweep. Or Neutralize. I guess I'll lose Neutralize over Leg Sweep. Let's get rid of this, and then Acrobatics. Okay, Footwork's really good. Let's get rid of Defend. It's like an escape plan, but costs 1 energy. Okay. Let's defend first to block beat damage, and then develop Footwork. And I guess I'll play Daze just for fun. It's probably a mistake. You could tell because I had the words "just for fun" in it. I guess Noxious Fumes and Strike to get them out of the hand. Okay, so we just have to survive this turn, basically. Which we can do very easily with Defend into Wraith Form. And we win the fight. Okay. Ascension 1 down. Moving on to Ascension 2. We didn't find a fairy, so we can't release the fairy. We can discard all these other potions. We don't need them anymore. We're free.